All right.
Has it started? Has it started?
I think
We're
it started.
live! We're live! We're live! We're live! We're live!
Okay, shut up,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank you. Yeah, shut the hell up. Oh, that's what's screwed with my camera. The light's like right here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 101. 101 of the Crafty Boys. That's because we're awesome.
Beerology 101.
Beerology 101. Thank you for coming again. Thank you for being here. I'm being very animated. I don't know why. This is how I roll.
I want to thank you all for coming out.
So,
It sounds like one of those jazz radio stations.
Space Penis.
And you're welcome to Smooth Jazz 107. This is an ASMR or AM, whatever the hell it is, and you're going to listen to my voice. Jazz. It's all Kenny G. Get naked in the tub. Some candles. It's wine. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take off your pants. And after that, you grab them right back on. That's really all I wanted you to do. I just want to thank you all for coming out. Because, this podcast is quality entertainment every single week.
Hello, welcome to episode 101. I mean, sorry, I'm not cool. Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah,
Putting on the lip
There it
gloss,
is.
everybody.
there it is.
I want to welcome you to episode 101 of the Crafty Boys. The camera's a little too. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Just so you know, I'm a nerd.
Perfect.
And I've got pug hair all over me. So, 101 boys and girls, we are here again. We are cooler than 100. This is all I'm going to do now. This is the headset, the glasses, and my reflection on the. Look at that. Yeah.
I think
got me in triplicate.
that Shane is your look. I
So,
think that's
boys,
really-
what's the beer today? What beer is it?
Yes, Ellen.
Okay, so I chose this beer because in honor of our 101st episode, in episode number 1, we did a coffee milk stout. So I thought it was kind of timely for episode 101, we would do another coffee milk stout. And with it being just last week was Star Wars Day, May the 4th, I thought it was a good idea to choose the Jabba the Hutt from Fernie. Did you guys manage to find this beer? As we know, I mean, sometimes that's a bit of an issue. Yes. So we've got Dave and Shane has managed to get it. That's awesome.
We
So
all
Fernie-
got the thing.
Awesome. The thing. So, so Ferning Brewing is obviously from Fernie, BC, and their coffee milk stout is called Jabba the Hutt. Now, it's a seasonal series, but I have seen this thing like constantly for probably the past 2 years. So, I think it's although it's just seasonal, I think it's every season. So I wouldn't worry about that. Ingredients include water, malted barley, hops, yeast, coffee, and lactose. It's a 5% alcohol by volume with a unique and rich infusion of coffee. It's a truly satisfying brew. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Shall we
Actually
crack it
we'll
open?
Taste instead.
We
of
should crack this
see, I
baby
imagine.
open because my cool.
crack it
just came-
open?
Where did my space penis go?
I'm cracking
Got
mine open.
space
Let's
penis.
see. Let's see if it's belongs with Ula, the dancer, or down in the pit with the Rancor.
It's a very Star Wars themed episode all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, since I just finished reading a book. It was really great. I just got to tell you all about this book. It's written by Carrie Fisher. You know, God rest her soul. You know, and it was so cool to see, you know, to learn all about her life, doing stuff and doing Harrison Ford, and you know, overall, it was pretty cool. Actually, but in all seriousness, the book was actually quite cool. It was a book all about how she focused on her life specifically around when the first Star Wars was being filmed. And because her previous books go into all the detail about, and then for Empire, I was a cokehead. So yeah, it was kind of cool actually to you know, she doesn't go into any detail, like not a lot of detail. She just says, this is where, you know, I'm not going to give you the salacious details because that's not important. If you want to know those, go have sex with somebody. But the rest of it was actually kind of interesting, just about how, because it was her talking and sort of reminiscing about that period of time. And then the whole point of the thing is that she actually had found an old diary that she had written at the time, because she was about 19 or so, and she'd actually written all of this stuff about that. And she said most of this I'd forgotten because, you know, I remember what happened, but I didn't remember this amount of detail. So her daughter, Billy Lord, I think is her name.
Yes.
Read those passages, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, so she was actually quite conflicted at that time, and I recommend checking it out if you want to read a book like about you know, written by Carrie Fisher, but her life. That's one of them to do. So I highly recommend it.
All right.
Nice.
I'm gonna drink some beer.
Yes. So tell us what you think. I like it.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by this one. I don't think of it as a bad thing at all. Kind of has a weird aftertaste though. That are you picking up on that a bit?
The coffee flavor is definitely there. I mean, you can totally taste it, but Shane's right. There is a bit of an aftertaste. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. It seems that
Kind of like a malt.
yeah, there's like a
aftertaste.
malty aftertaste, which is kind of nice. God, look at all this hair. Oh my God. No more cuddling. Okay,
It's a gooder.
I like that one.
Dave, what do you think?
I'm impressed.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the aftertaste bit, but I think I'll get used to it because that was kind of like last week's.
Yeah.
But I like the flavor of this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
tastiness.
I'm jiving on it. I'm actually not unimpressed. I kind of like it. So, Fernie,
Thumbs up to Fernie.
have we had Fernie? That's actually what I was just going to look up. If we had
I
actually,
think we have.
Have we done a Fernie beer before?
I think we have.
Really? What?
I want to
don't-
say that we did their sapsucker maple porter.
I will
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you. I've only added a few more recently, but let's see if I actually have Fernie on here already.
I do recall
there's
something about
there
a
is no
maple
Fernie.
porter.
I will eventually find it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we've done a Fernie beer before. But overall, I give this one a thumbs up. I think this is something that I would have again.
Yes. And I love the name.
So yeah,
Java the Hutt. I mean,
it's 2 T's or one? No, it's just one. I was curious if
one.
they were gonna skirt that copyright. So
It's very
it's a
good.
Star Wars themed show. I can tell. Any other Star Warsy things of note lately?
Not really. What'd you guys do for Star Wars Day?
That's a very good question.
I worked.
Was there any
All
sort
right.
of Star Warsy stuff that was taking place where you were working?
No, not really. I mean, there's a tiny little bit of conversation, and that was it.
Well,
Okay.
what was interesting on Star Wars Day is that Transport Canada actually put out a recall on Canadian-made AT-AT parts.
I saw something about
No
a
way.
prank about AT-ATs. That was Transport Canada?
Yes,
That's
or it
awesome.
was some government department had put out an advisory saying, "Do not use Canadian-made AT-AT parts." For whatever reason. I don't
Okay,
know.
that is brilliant.
I tip my hat.
I'm just
Yeah.
seeing if it's still posted.
It must be. And I would say that Justin Trudeau probably had something to do with it.
Yeah,
Star Wars fan.
that honestly would not surprise me. I'm on their website. I'm going backwards in time here. I want to know. Oh no, please. I just saw an image of it. Somebody screenshot. Here we go. Transport Canada recall number 2017242 on the 3rd of May 2017. Notification type inconsequential. System in defective system powertrain. Units affected 10,000. Category Star Wars. Transport Canada would like all consumers to know that on certain all-terrain armored transport AT-AT walkers used by Imperial Ground Forces, the central hydraulic system could fail in extremely cold temperatures, such as on the planet Hoth or in Northern California, Canada. This could impair laser cannon tracking and affect the walker's ability to maintain balance and could ultimately result in a crash, causing injury to Imperial troops. Correction, under development, May the 4th. The make is Galactic Empire model AT-AT Walker. Models affected 2017. Honestly, for a Canadian, for actually any government system, I don't. I'm actually quite impressed that the government at that level actually did that. Because could you imagine going into your boss's office and being like, "Hi, can we do a recall on May the 4th? Why? An AT-AT maybe. We could do an X-wing, maybe a speeder, or something." That I gotta say is cool. I give it up for the Canadian government to allow that to happen.
Yes, I do as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's creative. We all need more creativity in the workplace.
Yes, we do.
I agree. That's all I do that all the time. Well, my big thing for this week has been a 6-month project that we just finished. Or actually, there's 2 more days of it, but stuff that I don't have to be involved with. But moved my entire infrastructure from Texas to Arizona.
Wow.
In 6 hours.
Did
Last
you use
night.
U-Haul?
Yeah, we did, and some speeder bikes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, it's we got new
They
hardware.
didn't have parts from Canada, did they?
No, they didn't.
Okay, good.
Got
Dodged the bullet there.
got new hardware, a larger data center, added some staff, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool, but it's been a long time coming, and so I'm really tired right now. I was up really late, and I've been stressing about it for really hardcore for the past month because they did a test 3 weeks ago, and I had to yell at them for a few hours because it was just not cool. It didn't work very well the way that we had planned it originally. So we had to tweak some of the ideas to actually shorten the transfer period because it was just some of our client sites were really slow, and it was just a pain. So what can you do? But it's all done now. Speedy as shit, and I'm really impressed that I didn't jump off a bridge. But you have to do that kind of stuff. We had to do it from 7 o'clock last night till 3 in the morning, and
Wow.
so, and I've only ever had to do that once before, but that was in the same data center. So moving the data was really easy, but yeah. Oh my god, man. And I'm so sorry Locke is not here for episode 101 too. I speaking of Star Wars, I was hanging out on the weekend with a friend of ours, Jeremy, who is a psychologist in specializing. What does he do? He specializes in something. I've forgotten. Something to do with VR and how you can use virtual reality to how it affects the brain. But anyway, and it's a lot more complex than that. I am simplifying it in a huge way. But I was hanging out with him on the weekend, and he said, "Oh, hey, have you noticed that so and so, somebody that I sort of know, but not really, but somebody that Locke grew up with in Calgary when he moved there when he was around 13 or so, is running for government in Alberta, the leadership of the Liberals, I think." Yeah, the Liberal Party in that province. Anyway, so I texted Locke, not expecting him to respond, and he did actually write back and said, "I did know that. Can't talk right now. 3 exams next 48 hours," or something like that. Kind of some sort of broken language.
Wow.
And so I guess he's done for the semester, as of probably Tuesday or so, or even Monday. So
Nice. So we're going to see him.
I hope so. I imagine he's going to show up at some point. But again,
Awesome.
who knows? I'm not, because that was actually what we were. That's why Locke came up in conversation, because we were talking about politics and stuff, because we had the election here, and Locke came up and about this, through this dude running for the leadership, and then I was kind of wondering, what actually is Locke going to do after school's over? Is he going to, is he staying down there? Is he coming back to Canada? What is he doing exactly? So who knows? I imagine he's first place. He probably
have to come
Victoria.
back.
Yeah, Victoria most likely.
You think?
I would think so. Yeah. There or Toronto, one of the two.
Well, if he moves here, and Dave moves here, then what we can do is we can all do the show minus Shane in one place.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And we can all go shopping for beer together.
I
Buy the
agree.
beers together.
Cool. And then we can get our nails done.
Hey, Dave, have you actually started planning your move to Victoria?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I mean, it's there. It's a
Sounds pretty
loose
concrete.
plan.
So I was gonna say, sounds pretty detailed there.
If the concrete was still in its storage tower and being mixed.
True.
Well, keep in
the
mind,
reason I
Dave.
ask. Yes.
What?
Well, no, Shane, you go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say that because Beer Fest is in September.
Yeah. Tickets go on sale July 22nd.
Just letting you know that there's
There is
a little bit of lead up time where Dave might be able to go.
If you ask for permission now from your boss, even if you aren't living here at that time, you could still come. We could find a couch for you to crash on. Not my couch, but somebody's.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Yeah. It's all right. I think there's a couch sitting out on the curb somewhere. I passed it.
Okay.
Is that the
Sleep
one
on
I
that.
must have peed on that
Perfect.
one?
That sounds absolutely perfect.
You peed on that too?
Yeah, I know.
Ah.
It was convenient. So,
totally.
Dave, what about what other Star Wars things happened? Did anyone notice the Revenge of the Fifth? Did anyone notice that at all? It seemed to be kind of quiet this year.
It was quiet this year.
Yeah, I was a bit
Star Wars
surprised.
Celebration was before that. There wasn't any big Star Wars news. Battlefront 2 is coming out in November,
Oh,
which is kind of funny because there was already a Battlefront 2 before that was out for the PS2.
Really?
But whatever. Yeah. So Battlefront 2 is coming out. The sequel to Battlefront. But there's already been a Battlefront and a Battlefront 2 about 10 years ago. So
yeah.
I
Well,
don't know how that works exactly.
Whatever.
whatever. Same thing, different pile.
I'm gonna buy it anyways.
Oh, yeah, so will I. But what's the other thing I was going to say, which I've totally forgotten? Crap. I can't remember.
Okay.
I've forgotten.
This is a really
Well-
high energy show, isn't it?
I know we're good. Well, sometimes you gotta have a quiet show. So Dave, about you coming to town in Victoria.
Dave is coming to town.
I'm
He
actually
sees me when
speaking
I'm
of the
naked.
summertime. I'm actually thinking of going to. God, I look like such a douchebag. I am going to. I think it's not settled exactly when, but on the.
Spit it out.
The July. I'm trying to think of the dates. We haven't decided when exactly, but sometime around July, we're actually going to drive to Regina. I think.
Drive where?
To Regina.
Oh,
To
Say
go
that
and
again.
we're going to drive to Regina. So yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to collect beer from wherever I go.
Yeah, for sure.
And then bring some back and give it to you guys at some point, and then
Cool.
do a show about something, because there's the breweries along the way. There's two in Regina. One of them is I want to say Rebel. It's not Rebel. It's not Rogue. Or is it Rebel? Let's find out. Hey, internet. Breweries.
It might be Rebel.
Regina, Saskatchewan. Not the Bat. I don't want the Bat. What the hell? It auto-filled it to there. District Rebellion. Rebellion is the one that I have actually been to, and I enjoyed what they made. There's also Multinational, which I've never actually heard of, but I did see when I was there. Like MALTY National.
Shane, remember when David Corey's parents' place for a party a couple of years ago, and they had growlers of beer from somewhere in like central Canada that was shipped. Do you remember what brewery that was from?
No, I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I remember it vaguely. Damn, what the hell is it called?
I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in Saskatchewan. May have been Manitoba.
I can't remember. There's also Bushwhacker.
It was good beer. The
Um,
double IPA was really good.
I can't think of what it was called. Oh my god, it's gonna bug me now, because I remember they brought growlers and shit. Oh,
And they were actually shipped.
yeah, because
They're shipped, or they were brought by
Dave's-
somebody, or
Dave's sister lived in Saskatchewan for a while because she went to veterinary school there in Saskatoon, and Saskatoon had some decent breweries as well. I just can't think of where the hell what it was called, but yeah. So anyway, I thought it'd be kind of fun to actually do that, because there's going to be breweries, in different cities where I'm going to be going. I'll be going through Calgary, which has got Big Rock, but I'm sure they've got others. There's also Regina, but we're going to be also going through a couple other towns. The one that I'm thinking of right now is Moose Jaw, where I'm not from, but I am connected to that a bit with my dad.
I think you're going to be a little bit disappointed. It's not like Victoria, Vancouver. You know, the rest of
here we go.
The rest of Canada.
Chiller's Brew Pub, Home Brewtopia, Home Brewing Emporium. Okay, that sounds awesome.
It's probably like somebody's basement.
It probably is. Although, wait a second, it is on Main Street. It's right by Centennial Park. Or is that Centennial Park? I can't remember the name of the park. I got to tell you though, when last time I parked there on the street, it was 25 cents for the entire day. To park on the streets to show you how.
Why
cheap
bother?
It is there. It's all moving.
Like,
Moose Jaw.
why bother charging somebody 25 cents if you're gonna for an entire day to park their car? I mean, just charge them nothing. Why 25 cents?
25 cents is 25 cents, eh?
I guess. But
Okay,
I mean,
this is
it
a
just
very
seems like a
brief
huge hassle.
This is a very brief criticism about the TLC Art and Craft Fair and Moose Jaw Exhibition Convention Center. Center is spelled ER on your signage, dicks. So just putting you on notice. Not cool. You're not in the States. Sorry. Never. I get
Absolutely not.
What a bunch of jerks. But anyway, yeah, it's actually in an old building that... There's the Thai restaurant Saigon 75. Best Thai food I've ever eaten. Sorry. I'm shouting out to all these places on Main Street, Saskatchewan. So anyway, yeah. So I thought it'd be kind of fun just to do that, to see if I can collect enough beer that I can actually bring it back. Because since I'll be driving, I'll have storage to bring it back. So I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's going on in your life there, Alan? What's going on in Victoria, man?
Not much. Baseball's in full swing.
Cool.
The weather's improving a little bit. Fields aren't as marshy. Games are going, and teams are winning and losing, and that's about it.
Okay, all right.
So we're looking to buy a tent trailer.
Oh wow, why?
Because we want to buy a tent trailer. But there's like practically nothing out there. Like none of the RV dealerships have any tent trailer stock here on the island or in Vancouver. Like if I wanted to buy a tent trailer, I'd pretty much have to go to Alberta to get one.
Weird.
It's the weirdest thing.
That is so strange.
And any used ones that are for sale, like we're talking like 20, 25-year-old ones, the people are charging probably what a brand new tent trailer cost maybe 10 years ago.
My parents, when I was very young, had a tent trailer, and my dad has always, every so often when we think about the tent trailer, he always remembers this one event where we had they had bought it, and we were going to California, and it was the first time that I went to Disneyland, and I was, I think, 4. There's lots of photos of the time, and I was quite young. So, but my dad said they got to somewhere in Northern California. I think it was Lassen Volcanic Park or whatever it's called. But they decided to camp there in the tent trailer, and they owned it for not too long. So when they got there, they set up the camper. They did the whole thing. Then some people apparently, greeted them, said, "Hey, where are you guys from?" That kind of sort of stuff. And my dad forgot to finish setting up the tent or set up the trailer. So, because they're really reasonably flat, and you pop them up, and then you fold the wings out. And so my dad slept in one end, and I slept with my mom in the other end. And apparently my dad said he woke up and he was sliding off his bed because myself and my mom weighed more on the one end, so the tent trailer started doing this, and he had to get out, and he forgot it. There's these posts that you have to put down to keep the thing falling over.
Yes.
So yeah, he's like, they're we're all crunched into the side of the thing, and apparently my mom and I slept right through it. And he had to get out and like push this stupid tent up, and it's always amusing to me because I back then, I mean, I don't know, but my dad, has always said he enjoys sleeping in the nude. So I'm picturing him out, in the middle of the summertime, cranking this thing, trying to get it level, and in nothing. So it's always a visual. That I think it's amazing. I don't know if that's what happened, but I think that it amuses me to no end.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's tent trailers are great. I mean they're kind of fun, but they're
Make sure you set it up fully.
Yeah, you should
Put down your stabilizing jack.
Yeah, don't kill yourself. And my parents had that actually for a while, and then we got a full on trailer, the whole thing.
Trailer.
So, a trailer. But
Those things are really expensive. Holy cow!
A trailer.
Yeah.
My parents actually
They can
got theirs. God damn it, Cameron. My parents actually got theirs used, and we had that for a long time. Like, it must be. I seem to recall sometime sort of mid, beginning of. Actually, it was probably early '80s, I think. So they must have got it around 1981, 82, somewhere in there. Probably when my sister was born, I would think. So they. So we got so we had that tent trailer for about 6 or so years, and I remember they traded it in to get the larger trailer. So
yeah,
but yeah, I'm kind of surprised that you can't find it. That's kind of weird. Like those are,
I know. And if
one
shows up,
how much are they costing these days?
Well, I just saw an ad for a 1984 tent trailer in supposedly good condition for about $2,700.
That's not so bad.
Yikes!
Not so bad, but it's a
Not so bad.
1984.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, the design and whatnot. I mean, it would probably smell a bit weird because if they don't use it all that often. As long as they took care of it. I mean, that's the big thing.
Well, yeah. What I'd really like to get is I'd like to get like an old vintage travel trailer that's like maybe 15, 16 feet or something like that. Like a 1960. Well, no, something a little bit bigger than a bowler.
Bowlers, big bowlers, man.
Bowlers 13 feet. We think that's a bit small. We were thinking like, around 16 feet would be good. Like a vintage one.
Oh my God. I just did a search for buying tent trailers. There's one that looks exactly like the one my parents had. For $1,500 in Nelson, BC.
Oh yeah, Nelson. I'll just drive up.
Bone air tent trailer. Everything works. Furnace, stove, fridge. Minor cosmetic repairs needed, but willing to reconsider for a trade for a boat. Oh, well, there you go.
I found if you're willing to go to the interior or up north, you can get a tent trailer for relatively cheap. But in the city, yeah. You know what people are doing?
$5,000. Wow, in Prince George. Oh,
you know what people are doing? Fancy. They're renting them out. So like they buy an RV.
Yeah.
And then they'll rent it out for like, $700 a week or whatever throughout the summer. And that's how they pay for it.
Oh, here's one in Victoria for $3,600.
I saw that one.
1996, sleeps 6 people.
It's like 21 years old.
Includes it doesn't actually have the year on it, which I thought was interesting. Oh no,
that thing was probably like $5,000 new in 1996.
Wow, this was $13,000. It's a brand new one from last year. Sleeps 7 people. It comes with a double-sized bed. Blah blah blah. Naked dancers.
Naked dancers? Oh, sold.
Yeah, this is actually kind of amazing.
Wow. You know what I would really like? Like a 1960s Volkswagen camper.
Mm.
Oh, that's what I would really like. Well, when the
So
kids are gone, that's what we're getting.
A what?
A hippie bus.
Like a VW Bug?
No, a bus.
Oh, a bus. Okay, that would be cool. Actually, a hippie bus. What does a hippie bus look like?
Microbus.
Yeah. 1960s.
Actually,
Same thing you're talking about.
Volkswagen.
there's actually a bus I've always wanted to buy. Yeah, here it is. It's actually there's a picture of it here. This is the bus I've always wanted to purchase. Let me find it here. Here we go. There we go. That's what I'd want to have. The bus
That is a huge link.
It
Holy
is a huge
cow.
link. It's a search link, but it's the bus from the Muppet movie. It's the electric.
Oh yeah, the
Mayhem
electric
bus.
mayhem bus.
I love that bus. That bus is like that is if I were to have a bus, that is the type of bus I would want, and painted just like that. You know, just have like some crazy spray paint party, and make some weird designs and shit on it. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Doc
Yeah,
Hopper,
I'd be all
find
over
you
that.
now. Oh my god, that's too funny. Wow, we're really boring this week, boys. I gotta say, we're really low energy. But
Yeah, we are.
but to give a final
tell you what.
say, give you a final say on what's your final say on the Java the Hutt from Fernie?
Well, it's gone for me. I
gone?
drank it all.
Cool.
It's good. Right down to the last drop.
Very good.
I'll have
Dave, did
the
you do your
second
due
cup of
diligence
this
for
beer.
the international beer units on this thing?
It does
No.
not. I looked. There's nothing.
All right, let's see.
And I
the,
wouldn't expect it because it is a milk
Stout.
stout.
Yeah, true.
They wouldn't post something like that for
At all because
I'm saying it
that's
doesn't
bad.
rate.
But good on Fernie. Thank you. You made a good
Good on
beer.
Fernie, thank
Thanks
you.
for a good night.
We've drank it. We've talked
Mhm.
about crap and stuff because we're awesome. I had one more thing to say, but I can't. It just totally left my brain. See, I'm really
Oh,
tired.
dear.
I stayed up way late last night, man. I stayed up way too late. Dave, take off your top.
Right.
Nicely
Doing
done,
it.
sir. Nicely done. We only got the ratings up on this show, man.
Woo!
If
Yeah.
Newton works, Dave's first. Anyway, well,
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
everyone for coming by and checking us out. I know that we're kind of low energy this week, but that's I really am thinking about going to bed now. But thank you for coming by, Dave. Make sure next week, whatever beer we get, that we discover what the international beer units are about. And Alan,
Done.
You're fine, man. You're doing awesome.
Cool.
Whose beer choice this
Flying
week?
colors.
Flying Colors. with the
I
beer.
think it's Dave.
Dave, it's your turn to pick the beer, sir. So next week we'll see.
Really?
You
Are
all.
we sure about that?
I'm sure.
All right.
Do
Positive.
not question me, Dave.
No, sir.
Dave, you've really
No
got
questions,
some
sir.
stuff going on, man. I really think you need to consider that, we need to make sure that you're following suit with our orders, because if you're not going to follow suit with the orders, man, we're just going to have to come up there to that town that you call home and kick your white butt. Yeah. Holy. This is Smooth Jazz 107 FM. Signing off. Hey, Barry. Barry, before we go, man, Barry, we got to make sure that the listeners next week know that we're going to be playing some more smooth jazz. We're going to smooth jazz. That's right. We're going to be playing the smooth jazz. I want everyone to remember that we're going to be playing some tunes next week by Joe Smacker and the Four Town Fives, because they're going to be in the office. They're going to be playing live. So don't forget whatever the guy's name is. I just made up out of my head. I can't remember already, but that's okay, because we're going to be there, and you'll be in good hands.
Joe Smacker and the Four Town Five. What the hell's that? On that note, follow us on social media channels, worship us, and we'll try to entertain you to the best of our ability. Bye.